Greetings, loved ones. Let's take a journey.
At the turn of the 20th century, with the dawn of technological advances such as the radio, the entertainment business was just beginning to boom. By the 1940s, the music industry was an iconic part of American society, and by the 1950s, television expanded the popularity of the entertainment industry through acting, athletics, and even comedy.
I remember Doris Day, Rock Hudson,
Tommy Dorsey, Glenn Miller.
African American actors. I'm trying to think of who was it.
So, who were these idols? Did they represent the diversity of the US? The truth is that almost all the individuals that were fortunate enough to succeed in the thriving entertainment industry were white Americans.
Early on in the recording industry, we're talking about the 1920s, society as a whole was pretty well stratified with Jim Crow, and African Americans were not really afforded much latitude or many options.
African Americans simply had no place in entertainment early on.
They were excluded from all forms of management. That nobody wanted to be the white person that had a black person in charge of them. So it's not like they were going to move up and manage venues. So it was a really, really uphill battle to try to manage this industry. Black folks have always been playing music.
Eventually, black people began integrating into American society.
But as they gain more rights as a people group, as part of the larger American fabric, you're seeing a lot of these great soloistic performers that the public is just loving are of this African American descent.
Blacks have come a long way in the entertainment industry since its racist beginnings. Today, entertainment, especially pop music, is practically dominated by blacks. In 2016, black musicians topped the Billboard 200 for 27 weeks, with artists like Rihanna and Drake soaring in the charts. In Hollywood, 40% of the artists at the Oscars were people of color. Perhaps what is most remarkable is not the sheer number of blacks in the entertainment industry, but the tremendous impact that these black icons have on American society, particularly the young generations.
Right now, I got an Odd Future Wolfgang Kill Them All sweatshirt.
Wearing some Adidas pants I saw Cardi B wearing, so I think they're kind of dope.
The shirt's by Frank Ocean.
Wearing a St. Pablo shirt by Kanye West.
Sadly, while blacks are certainly doing well in entertainment, numbers show they are lagging behind in other fields, from science and medicine to business and law.
There's a lot of evidence that shows when youngsters of color hit the public school system, teachers tend to dismiss them, not listen to them, and low expectations are contagious.
Studies show that only 2.1% of American businesses are black owned. Less than 8% of American lawyers, physicians, and medical students are black. Racism still exists in America today, and it is preventing deserving African Americans around this country from achieving their personal success.
Some people are like, well, that's just too bad. Those folks aren't doing well. There must be something wrong with them, as opposed to maybe there's something wrong with our system.
There are still numerous social barriers that must be broken if blacks are to reach their full potential in American society. Thankfully, the entertainment industry is a shining example of how perseverance can mold social norms and create reform. The same conviction that eventually allowed blacks to rise in the entertainment industry must be applied to other fields. Whether it be through political movements, social awareness campaigns, or local protests, Americans must always strive to challenge society to change for the better. With enough pressure from the public, institutions will be forced to attend to the issue of racial injustice,